First impressions. Wow, that looks really crazy. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are reporting from the garden. Before we go any further, today's video we have progress on the hardtail. Not only both on where we are going to be riding this thing. I'm guessing you've seen the title and you know that basically I am building a pretty crazy mini bike park in my back garden for the hardtail, potentially for the Nomad and my BMX. But ideally, I think this is going to be the bike that shines. Now, last week we dropped the forks off and they have now been made 130. And the 130 forks are ready for the Chameleon. Check it. So that is a little set of 130 forks on a hardtail Santa Cruz Chameleon. And this build is going to be getting continued this week. I am waiting on a couple of parts where I can start to piece the bike together, and today we are going to be building the start of Mainland. Welcome to Mainland, which is going to be my little bike park in the back garden. It's quite a big garden actually. I'm going to show you guys. The last couple of days have been quite stressful. Dixie nearly died. She had a crazy womb infection after her season. I have had a few days off, filming videos and making content and stuff like that because I've been looking after little Dixie. By the way, this is not part of the bike park. This is actually Rocco's training jump. So he does some training and stuff. So, welcome back to the garden. It is quite a big garden actually, check it. So it goes all the way down there, which is quite big. And a little pallet fence that I've built across the garden, which stops the dogs coming into the bike park. So this is Mainland. Welcome. I've decided to call it Mainland. What do you think of the bike park name? Let me know in the comments below. But this is going to be pretty crazy. Before we can get started in today's video, we have to go and get some wood. So I'm going to be buying some wood today. I'm going to be putting the roll in here. Let me just show you properly right there. I'm going to be putting the roll in here. As you can see next door, I've got some scaffolding, which I really would love to use for the roll in. But instead, I'm going to build a roll in. So we are going to cut all the bushes back, get it all nice and neat. And we are going to start the bike park in this corner with a roll in, which is going to go into a left line down this side. Here we have it, the Frenchies. Dixie with a little scar, little battle wound there from having her womb took out. But she is alive, she is well and she is healthy. We have to be separate, so I've had to build another cage. So basically, they don't get to each other when I'm out the house. It's pretty cool. And then we have Rocco being an absolute G. 500 screws, which are going to come in useful, as well as the roll-in. We can build everything else with these screws. We've got membrane, we've got a load of flags to put the roll-in on top of, and we've got a hell of a lot of timber for the roll-in. It's going to be pretty crazy. I've never built a roll-in before. I've built a lot of ramps, but building mountain bike ramps is going to be slightly different, as a lot of them are made from slat wood. So you actually build the structure and then you do the base of it, like the surface of it, with slat wood. And I think on the slat wood you put like rough stuff like shed material, like shed roof material like felt and stuff like that, or you put chicken wire. So definitely options. I'm very excited. Mainland is going to be insane. So we are going to load the van, make it home, unload the van, and I'll be right back. This is potentially going to be like a 2-day video, but we'll see how we get on. I'm very excited though. It's going to be quite cool. T6 is looking murdered out, pretty mean as well. So let's get straight to it. See you back at home. I have got this on because I have crazy allergies to grass and cats and dust. We are going to cut all the grass, we're going to membrane it, we're going to put flags down, and we're going to build the roll-in frame. This is going to be crazy. Anyways, enjoy the time lapse. I'm going to cut all this back and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, it is absolutely throwing it down right now. I'm so wet, but I have actually made a bit of progress in the corner of the garden. Basically, I've emptied it all out. Probably just looks like a whole load of nothing right now, but in a minute I'll do a little bit of a walk around. I'm going to rake all the stuff out and I'm going to apply some membrane and flags, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are going to be taking a break from the bike park because look at the weather. It is insane. It's like the worst day to start this thing. I am so excited though. I'm trying to run the lawnmower, which is this bad boy. What is this thing? It's called it's called a Mountfield ST120 OHV, and it won't start. I think it's run out of fuel, so I'm going to go to the petrol station and get some fuel. Hopefully I can get this thing running. I wouldn't mind getting the thing built today because the wood's getting rained on right now, which I'm not overly stoked on because I just spent £50 on it. So really I want to get this thing up and running sooner rather than later, so I'm going to keep going in the rain. I have got used underneath an umbrella for the camera because the camera's not waterproof. Any ideas for the bike park? Any ideas, suggestions, any information you think might be helpful for me for the bike park? Comment below. I'm going to be reading and reviewing all the comments tonight and taking you guys' advice, so let's do this. So, as you can see, for at least the next, I'd say 30 minutes, I've been completely rained off. I managed to get the wood underneath the umbrella. Extremely lucky to get that done. Basically, that is what we are working with right now. I am absolutely soaked right the way through. But this would be a perfect time to tell you that we have restocked on the wolf shirt. So the wolf shirt and the mind, which is the skull with the green writing above it, I've restocked, so go and check it out. Only time will tell. If it looks like it's going to come off, I'll get back to it. If not, I'll see you at the mod shop. Hello and welcome back to the mod shop. Today we have been rained off. Mainland is for another day, and today we are going to be picking back up the Santa Cruz Chameleon hardtail build, which needs to be done ASAP to be able to test the bike park. 130mm Fox 36s, they have been fully done, fully squashed down and ready to ride. Also, today I have a donor bike. The donor bike is the green Marin. If you remember, I bought this bike off Matt Jones for about £2 I'm pretty sure, £2,300. Basically, this is going to be the donor bike. I'm going to be using the stem and bars off this, the brake, and the crank setup with sprocket, full crank setup. Check that out. That right there is still perfectly working. It's just a little bit dirty, so we are going to clean that all up for the Santa Cruz Chameleon. It's quite painful putting bearings in this condition in the frame, but I just don't see the point in buying more when I've got this bike lying around. So we have successfully got the BB out of the Marin. I was quite nervous about that actually, but it come out quite well. Look at the bottom on that. It's pretty sick. There's no reason why I can't give this a good clean, and fingers crossed it's the same thread, which it is, as the Santa Cruz Chameleon. I don't know that much about frames, mountain bikes, BBs, etc. I'm hoping that you just screw these in and these touch the frame. I'm not 100% sure whether I need spacers, but it's all a learning curve, so we will find out. So let's get straight to it. Right now, I'm going to clean these up. Then we're going to thread them in to the lovely Chameleon. Yeah, so basically, kind of cleaning them up a little bit with this stuff, which is like a heavy duty degreaser. And then I'm basically just going to re-grease them and reapply lube and stuff to the seals and stop you being able to use that tool to get a good tighten on it. So the plan is here, obviously I'm running on limited resources. I don't have a million things that I can actually use to get this thing back to its full potential, but to be honest, I think it feels pretty good actually. So I'm going to continue, get this one cleaned up, and then we are going to drop the install. Next, I'm just going to apply loads of lube into the bearings. Apply a load of this in the thread. Fingers crossed, I don't need any spacers. Right there. Is the BB. Okay, so as you can see, the BB is installed. It's looking quite nice in there as well. Obviously, I haven't put any spacers on the inside of the cups. I don't know whether that is right or wrong. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I think it will be okay. I'd love to put tan walls on this build, but I don't know whether you can get 2.8 tan walls. If you can, you know where to hit me up. Okay, I'm going to tighten them up with this tool, which is actually really cool. This is for doing bottom brackets on mountain bikes. Basically, I'm not going too crazy on this. This is where things get interesting. I'm not 100% sure how I feel on the cranks, and the reason why is because basically, we need the spacers for the BB, which obviously go on now to there. Very close. So I'm guessing I'm going to need them spacers that push the bottom bracket out. The spacers that came off the Marin, which I'm guessing will space it out nice away from the frame. So let's get back to it. Okay, basically I've installed a spacer there and a spacer there, so it's actually widened the bottom bracket, which is really cool. If you can see it from here, it is a little bit wider, but the true moment of truth is how will the race face crank fit. Still quite close, but I think it's definitely nice. I don't think you want it too far away, that would feel like ridiculous. I am actually pretty happy with that. So the sprocket side is quite close. I can't say I feel that comfortable with how close it actually is. Can't say I feel comfortable with how close it actually is. If we go to here, you're going to see how kind of close to the frame here the sprocket is. Feels quite crusty. The crank arm's got okay clearance. I'm guessing I need one of these spacers, which is like, it looks somewhat like goes on an axle. I'm guessing it's a race face crank spacer. Okay, so I am actually pretty hyped on that, to be honest. Kind of getting somewhere with the hardtail. The cranks are on. I was quite stressed about the cranks. I didn't know whether they were going to fit from the Marin. Oh, there's another spacer. This is good news. 2 full spacers, which is going to get the cranks off the frame, if I'm right. And basically we're going to apply the bottom bracket cap as well. Can't believe I forgot that last time. That is what I like to call picture perfect. So basically, as you can see, there's a lot more clearance on the sprocket there, and the crank arm is even better. So basically we've probably got like an even gap either side of the cranks. Yeah, result, as you can see as well, they're a little bit stiffer, which I quite like. Pretty hyped on that actually. Looks really good with the cranks on. Obviously, do not judge me. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to get rid of all these tacky sticker bits. This is actually quite a cool stem, this. This is like, I want to say it's about 30 to 45, maybe 50 mil. This is actually probably going to be amazing for this bike, because this bike is a small, which is going to be quite crazy as well. Basically, this stem should go quite sweet. It's not, wouldn't say it's a long stem, wouldn't say it's a short stem, it's probably somewhere in between. So now we are going to install the headset and the stem and the new forks. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know how long this steer tube is going to be, and I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm thinking gold Renthal bars, 38 mil rise. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. They're 35 with, does it say? I don't think it says. I think they're the high rise ones though, if you check them out. They're like high rise, 35 mil fat, and basically that's where we're at. So headset, forks, stem, let's go. I've got basically what you need. Bottom headset bearing from Hope. Don't think I'll need this because I think it comes integrated on the 36. And I've got a top bearing with a pretty steezy little top cap, which is quite nice actually. So all that is going to go inside there. But first, we must use the trusty bio grease. Check it out. Top bearing cup in there. Quite a cool little black spacer as well. I'm pretty hyped on that. I know quite a lot of people are pretty into the anodized colorway stuff from Hope, but I'm hoping to keep this pretty blacked out with this color frame, with maybe a couple of little parts like spoke nipples and maybe like a new stem. Once I get the whole build done, I might swap the stem out. But the reason why I'm going for this stem to start with is because I don't know how the small's going to feel, so it's going to be amazing to be able to go shorter. Yeah, going to install like so. I, for one, can openly say, wow, that looks really crazy. And that right there is going to work. Wow. Before I put this stem on, I'm going to get a quick clip on the camera showing you guys the forks. This is really cool. Wow, look at that. That is lovely. Cranks are on. We are getting one step closer to being a finished article. Cranks are on. Forks are on, top cap is on, holding them forks up. I do think we are going to have to cut the steer tube down. I'm a little bit nervous about cutting that down before I know how I feel about the height. So I'm probably going to ride it uncut a couple of times. We have pretty cool headset spacer carbon that's going on there. And then let's put the stem on. How will she fit? Will we have a lot of... Oh, really nice. Check that out. Smile on my face says, wow, that is incredible. I think these colour bars, carbon spacer, this stem actually looks incredible on this bike as well. I'm really, really happy with this build. This is really cool. I actually got a top cap off Stiff as well, so let's get that on. It is looking incredible. Totally blown away with this build. Totally blown away with this build. Wow. So we are super close to the build being complete. There we have the front end and the cranks. We need rear wheel, front wheel, seat, which we are going to use this one, which BergTech gave me, which is the Cloud titanium rails. Pretty hyped for that. So we are using that seat. So we've got a seat. We need a set of rims to go with the pre-bought hubs that I already have. Single speed hub and the non-boost to go in the non-boost 36s. So all I need is 2 rims and 2 tyres and a brake bleed, and we basically have the full running hardtail. It's getting super late here. I've had a pretty incredible day. I've started mainland, which is going to be my back garden bike park. Any ideas, suggestions, comment below. The hardtail's on its way to being a legit thing, which is going to be insane for the garden. And basically, the cranks are fully on. All we need now is to build the wheels. I want to say in the next video, I think the hardtail's going to be complete. Thanks for watching today's video.